Hello and welcome to Commander Clash. This week we're doing a civil war between the Praetors. They're leading the factions of the Phyrexians, and we're going to see which one is going to emerge victorious. So let's start off with Seth. What are you running?
Alright, I'm playing Vorinclex Voice of Hunger, which is pretty big, doubles up my mana, and keeps your guys' lands from untapping every other turn. And I don't really want to go into what my deck is too much, because it's kind of a surprise for as it goes along, but I have a couple ways of maybe winning the game, and some ways of not losing the game, so let's leave it at that.
Fair enough. I would say like these Praetors are pretty open-ended, so yeah, there's going to be some hidden themes going on. So, Richard, what are you running?
There's only one way to build Elesh Norn, I think, and that's to take her Anthem effect and try to abuse it. So I'm going wide with a lot of creatures, and I had to dig deep for white card advantage. Building mono white is pretty tough, so you might see some spicy cards you never knew existed, because I didn't know they existed.
Sweet. Alright, Jake, what are you running?
Alright, so I was looking through my old decks while I was building this, and I think I've run Mono Black more than anything else in Commander Clash so far. I think this is like my 4th or 5th Mono Black deck. So I just did an amalgamation of all those, got all my favorite Mono Black cards together, and built this deck. I got a couple of things that kind of synergize with getting them back from Sheoldred, but honestly, even if you're getting like a 2 or 3 drop back, you're feeling pretty good, because the sacrifice is hurting everyone else pretty badly. So I didn't build around her specifically, I just built a good mono black deck, so it should be fun. My favorite monocolored deck in EDH typically.
Mm-hmm. And I would say people are hopefully more prepared this time for graveyard tactics, considering the whooping we got last time.
do you have a relic in your deck, Tover?
I may or may not have remembered.
That's what I thought.
So we'll see. Alright, and this is Tomer. I'm running Jin-Gitaxias, core Augur, and he's a pretty open-ended general as well. He just draws you a bunch of cards and denies other people their hands, essentially. So I decided to go for a theme, a very janky theme. I didn't go as hardcore as someone like Jake would with hats. I did make some concessions for just like ramp and stuff, but I stuck mostly to the theme, and hopefully that will be transparent once I start playing some cards. So, hands, I would say my hand is pretty good. It's okay, actually. It's okay. But I think I'm going to actually ship it because I'm greedy. Yeah, I'm gonna mull it.
I think I'm gonna mulligan too.
Everyone's always super liberal with mulligans whenever I'm going first, as the viewer might know. They're like, I got a 5 at the start, no big deal.
But I'll keep it.
Actually, they wouldn't know because I just edited it out. This hand is actually pretty sweet. I was rewarded for my greed, so I'll keep.
I guess this is good enough. Kind of slow, but...
Alright. Best turn 1 play possible. Preordained.
That's not a soul ring.
I guess second best. Ooh, I like both these cards.
It's not a mana vault either. Or a mana crypt.
I think I want both of these cards, actually. This is fine.
Alright. I'll just tap out.
I think about tapping out, and then we can't tap out in games where Seth is playing, because stasis, he'll find a way to find a mono green stasis, stick it in his deck, and then my lands will be tapped and I will regret it.
Actually, the blue player here.
I was actually going to warn you about my commander, but it actually doesn't work that way. It's only when you tap lands for mana, so...
Yeah.
I didn't realize that at first. Not really a stasis.
It always sucks to be the guy who has to spend a lot of mana to take him out, though.
Well, also, you can tap and float the mana until it enters the battlefield. I did that once with... I did the opposite of that the first time I encountered a Vorinclex. It hit the field, and then I tapped out for an instant, and I realized I could have just floated the mana first, and then killed it when it hit, so you should think about that as well. Oh, look, Mystic Remora!
Hooray! It fits my theme, too.
All
Is
right.
your theme drawing cards, Tomer?
It always is that thing, but it's something else too.
We're
I
gonna
guess
do
we're
it.
doing nothing until Tomer can't pay for that.
I will pay every single time I get a land.
We're gonna play a game where Tomer's not allowed to play blue anymore. Just no more Mystic Remoras, no more Mystic Study, and no more what's it called? Edric.
But Edric's only half blue. That's alright, right?
No.
Yep, it's 4 mana? Jeez.
You could just not pay for it, Richard.
Jeez.
There it is.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait out 4 mana. It was 1 mana.
Excellent.
Oh, just play it on turn 6, Richard. You'll be fine.
Turn 6 Marvel Diamond powered. Okay. Well, I'm also going to be forced to do something and give him some cards.
Mm-hmm.
Because Worn Power Stone is also not that great on turn 7, so... Congratulations, Mystic Remora has done it again.
My favorite card in EDH. Alright. But I have to pay mana for it, guys, so it's fair, right?
Sort of.
So far, you've paid 2 mana for 2 cards. That's more efficient than Wizards has ever printed before. But, I mean, besides, Ancestral Recall.
I think it's fair.
Do you think there's a chance you could be biased?
No. Edric is also a fair card, on that note.
Well, I guess since I have 7 cards in hand, I'm going to draw a card.
Wow.
Does anyone ever play this card? It seems really good to me.
It's
But I don't.
I've considered it before, but outside of mono green decks, you don't really want it because it's hard to cast on turn 2. In mono green, I like it though.
And now I guess
Yeah.
you guys are going to start to see part of what I'm up to this week.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's like a direct counter to my commander. Just like takes away the bad part. But yes, I'll draw a card. Thank you.
Does it? How do these effects layer?
Draws an additional. All right.
I don't think it matters which order they go in if it was a matter of layers, because either it's reduced to 0 and then it doesn't apply, or it doesn't apply and it doesn't matter that it's reduced by 7. So I'm assuming because you have so much big mana in green, you also included all the colorless cards, so you also have Fata Mythos and... What's the 2 mana one?
Howling Mine?
Howling Mine, and then Anvil, and then you also have cards in addition to your mana? Thawing Glaciers is a little bit slow for mono green, but I kind of like Thawing Glaciers in monocolor decks anyway. So I like that you're running that.
And I really wanted a shuffle effect. Was part of the reason that I ran it.
I generally hate it every time that I draw it, and then there's like this one game in like 15 that it gets me like 7 lands, and I'm like, well, I'm never cutting this card from my deck. All right, draw an additional and discard. Let's see.
Can you mind twist Tomer? He has 9 cards already. Yeah, we had to
Pay
deal
no
with this.
attention to me over here.
You know, if I could, then I would. Also, if I had a Mono Black Disenchant, I would definitely do that as well. But unfortunately, I have neither of those things in hand.
I'm just gonna end up doing nothing but paying for the Mystic Remora's upkeep because I love it. It'd be pretty sweet tech for like a Madness Enabler. You get a nice discard outlet.
Oh,
I'll ditch Fleshbag Marauder. Nobody has creatures except for Seth right now, so...
actually, when I put this card in my deck, I thought it was just a Howling Mine that took away my hand size. I didn't read the last line.
I mean,
It's like all upside, yeah.
yeah, surprise synergies. Ooh.
Well, if this was on the battlefield, I could pay 4, but it's not, so I can't.
And remember, Tomer has no maximum hand size now either.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you,
Wait,
Seth.
how's that?
Because
Oh,
of the
'cause you're
anvil.
I was just thinking it didn't matter how many cards I gave him because he doesn't have that effect yet.
Oh, that's so fun.
All right, I got a fun little little card for us, Coercive Portal. It's
All right.
got a mechanic called Will of the Council. At the beginning of my upkeep, starting with me, each player votes for Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, I sacrifice it and destroy all non-land permanents. If homage gets more votes or the vote is tied, I draw a card.
Do. Do I want to draw more cards? Yes. Ha.
Oh, he's already had 13 cards in hand? What? Oh, geez.
It's not enough. It's never
Someone blow up
enough.
that anvil of the garden ASAP.
Well, there's this coercive portal.
You could blow it up.
I can't blow up artifacts in Mono Black.
Sure you can.
There's a
With
certain
some really,
portal.
really bad, really, really old cards I can, but not really.
Oh, good times.
You know that saying, when mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy? We have the opposite for this group. If Tomer's happy, ain't nobody happy.
Oh, come on, guys. I'll help you guys out. Don't worry about it. Everybody gets to draw cards anyway. Look at Seth. He's drawing cards like a maniac off this magus.
You just draw in between drawing and your draw step trigger. Well, that's a pro play right there.
You gotta draw when you have 7 cards in your hand, or you lose the chance. What does this do? And that. All right. I guess I'm just going to let Tomer draw another card. Thomas reach.
Oh, God.
Such a fair card.
These cards are so bad. The problem is, if everyone else would just agree not to cast things, then like that one player would get ahead, and you could eventually like team up and beat them. But you can never come to that agreement because everyone just has to play their ramp, and so inevitably the person pays 1 blue mana to draw like 18 cards, and then why did they win?
It's even
no one
better
did
for
it.
heuristic study because it triggers off everything, and nobody wants to pay just 1 mana. So
Are you on the magnifying glass plan, Richard?
I'm on we're using the portal to blow everything up plan. How do I
Alright.
vote?
Vote.
What do I want to vote for? Which one's the destroy everything?
Well, if you look at the 2 names, you should be able to
Carnage.
discern just by the name of them.
Where's the voting UI? How does Moto work?
Whenever it pops up, you can see it. How about that? It's your turn now.
I don't see anything. Oh, it's Tomer's voting.
Yeah, it's coming around. What are you voting, Tomer?
Homage. I like things the way they are. This is
Well,
fine.
I don't know if Jake's gonna cooperate. We'll see.
Well, if it's
You can
tied,
see my vote. It's public.
yeah,
I
it's-
voted for homage. Tomer voted for homage. It doesn't matter what you guys do because if it goes tied, it goes homage.
Good times.
Let's ditch Drown in Sorrow. I thought that was going to be really good in the early game. I had that in my opening hand, but nobody wants to play creatures apparently.
I mean, you could kill the Magus if you wanted to.
No, that's fine. For some reason, Seth drawing 1 extra card a turn doesn't matter to me as much as that Mystic Remora. Alright, Solemn Simulacrum, best black ramp ever.
Mm-hmm.
Except for maybe the Thran Dynamo and the Worn Power Stone and the Soul Ring and a bunch of other cards.
So nobody really wants to do anything because of that portal.
Well, the thing is, if the vote's tied, it goes homage. You have to have 3-1 split to actually get Carnage. Or a 4-0 split. But if it's a 4-0 split, then nobody's sad because everyone wanted the Carnage anyway, which isn't logical because if everyone wants Carnage, there's someone who stands to benefit.
That's true.
So really, you have to have exactly 3-1 for it to be Carnage. So it's pretty good to include just as a draw engine.
Jake with the cohesive portal technique there. Theory.
This is
Cohesive
my-
portal theory.
This is my pet card in EDH. This is probably the card that I play the most versus I see other people playing very little. Like, I've seen other people play it, but I put it in almost all of my decks. I like it a lot.
I really like the political aspect. This is the first time I get to see it in an actual game. It's nice.
Yeah, if it's a 4, if it's a 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 game, the only time it can come back to hurt you personally is if you're so far ahead that the other 3 people want Carnage when you don't.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for it to backfire unless you're already winning. So.
Yeah, but if you're
And I'm
not
never
in like
winning, so I don't have to worry about it backfiring.
yeah, and if you're not in like a dominant position, it's like a Phyrexian arena with upside in colorless of all things.
Exactly.
It's probably
Which is
also
why it's-
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, probably also very good for white and red. Don't.
Exactly. I like it a lot more in white and red decks, but I'll run it even in green decks sometimes.
Whoa, Seth's
More
going a
cards for
little
Tomer.
bit. Seth, you're going wild with the ramp there.
So
for
far,
now.
Seth has discarded Dawn Strider and Sporeflower, and I think I know what's going on.
No.
Bog Tribal. Looks like.
Please tell me Lost in the Woods is in there. Please.
So far, we've only seen one non-basic land, so it's very possible.
Investigate.
I don't think you should be allowed to investigate now that Emrakul has been revealed. It's just that's the answer to the mystery.
It should just say on the clue token it's Emrakul. That should be just like if Eldritch Moon still has an investigate mechanic, all the new clue tokens should just be it's Emrakul.
It's Emrakul. Go home.
I really hope they still bring back the investigate mechanic, because I love, as most people know, I love the mechanic so much, and I want to build an EDH deck around it, but we need a couple more cards to like really run that theme. Do you think it will, though? I feel like now that the mystery has been revealed, maybe they'll just like drop it all together.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right. But now that they've revealed Emrakul, it doesn't really make as much sense.
That'll make me sad, though.
I'm really, really interested to see if you even pay the 4th upkeep. Like, how far are you going to take this Mystic Remora?
Jake, do you know me well? Because I think you
Like,
know
it
the
could be
answer.
in play on turn 13.
Giselle calls me. I told you I'm just gonna lose, and I'm gonna keep having drawing cards the entire way.
Boomerang the Mystic Remora, replay it.
Hey, remove. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. That's crazy.
Alrighty, time for some voting shenanigans.
Oh, come on, Tomer. Blow things up this time.
If I vote blow things up, will you vote blow things up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys, let's blow things up.
Okay, I was joking with the boomerang play, so
That's all he cares about.
I love drawing cards.
I guess I'm going to hedge my bets, and in case you guys actually are going to blow things up, I'm going to crack my Myriad Landscape now and use my Worn Power Stone mana.
Oh. I feel like the guy from Austin Powers. Instead of I love gold, I'm just like I love cards.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't see Richard actually following through on this now, though, because that blows up 2 of his mana rocks and doesn't even get the Remora out
He
of the
said
way.
he would. So
No,
I'm
Seth
just
said
wondering
that
if he. No, Richard said yes too.
I said yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? Oh wait, this is in response to that.
This is honor is on the line now. See if Richard is trustworthy.
Oh, because I can't do anything as long as that thing is on the board.
It's true. Nobody really can.
Oh, good.
I did not expect that.
Look at
crack
that
system.
clean
You guys
board.
are really scared of a what's it called? Coercive portal.
By the way, I get to discard all my extra cards now, so
That's true.
which makes me sad. But maybe you'll see my theme.
Bounce tribal.
Nope.
I think I'm just going to play and plan on sacrificing this. And pass the turn. We are getting into Praetor territory.
Yeah, how much does my bad boy
Seth
cost?
can cast his turn.
I think it's 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, untapped land gives it to you.
Alright, let's see what I can do here.
Jin-Gitaxias
14
is still
cards.
half the year.
Alright. Let's see here. If we playing this, that would be 5, 10.
You've got that stupid artifact, don't you?
Hmm.
The 2 mana new artifact that gives you no maximum hand size again.
I did not draw
What's
it.
that?
Ooh, oh, thank you. That's a good idea, actually.
Oh, you're gonna go search for it with Fabricate?
Kind of. So high tide.
Oh my god.
Well, I gotta play out my cards, right? So.
You're just gonna play Jin-Gitaxias here? Oh god.
A little bit better. Come on, guys. You trust me. It's cool stuff. Nothing crazy.
Better than playing Jin-Gitaxias and discarding everyone's hand.
Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna play a little card. By the way, can anybody guess?
Band, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Great whale.
Storming off.
Flashback
Oh, well.
High Tide. No, I'm kidding.
Here
But that would
comes
be
the
funny.
list.
Do. Oh, I really hope I'm clicking everything. There we
Comes the
go.
first Magic Online Phil. Nope, he got them all.
Got them
It's a
all.
miracle.
Do I want to play Jin-Gitaxias? That would be kind of neat. How much land am I working with? 15? Ooh,
You
yes.
could just blue sun send it for 12.
Nah. I guess I'll Jin. Well, first I'll Tezzeret.
Do either of you guys have a way to deal with Jen?
No,
Before-
we're gonna have to. No, we're all gonna discard our hands on the 6th turn cycle of the game, and then the game's gonna be over. I think is what's gonna happen.
Let me just.
I guess you could just cast Vorinclex, and that would slow him down on his turn a little bit, but it wouldn't really help when we don't have any cards.
Let me just get a little something here to help the situation a bit.
Oh God.
Little thing called Thought Vessel.
Oh, this is super fair.
Tra la 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 la. Is it blue fun, you guys?
So fun.
And you're getting to draw another 7 cards now.
Wait for it. Mr. Gamora. So this is. Oh no!
Nice.
Yes! Richard
Nice.
saves the day.
I deserve that. We'll go back to my
Unfortunately,
exile
It just goes
zone.
back to the command zone, so yeah.
Yeah, but it costs a lot of mana at the very least. It'll cost me
And
my
you still
entire
get to draw
turn.
the 2 cards, and you're still at 11 with a Planeswalker and a Muramura.
I'm gonna complain a little bit, but I can't complain too much.
Well, change of plans. I need to preemptively save myself from Tomer.
What? No.
Praetor's Council?
From what?
I thought for sure this would be Jin-Gitaxias.
Oh, so he doesn't have to go back to 0 cards anymore.
No maximum hand size.
I see.
Oh, nice.
Crafty.
So many shenanigans happening here. With
Seth
between
was
hand-
well prepared for my Jin. He knew what's up.
I did not come prepared for Mystic Remora, though.
Oh, nobody guessed my. I guess, yeah, my supporting cards are kind of muddying my theme.
Theme are like fish.
Kind of. Fish are involved in the theme.
How's this a whale? It doesn't look like a whale at all, okay.
It's a whale of teeth. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Well, like not the regular whale teeth, like carnivore teeth.
Token time.
That's a lot of tokens. You're not gonna follow that up with like an anthem effect and then crush everybody with coat of arms, right?
No.
The least convincing now.
At least he's honest, right?
I mean, I do have a commander that's just a giant anthem, just don't worry about it.
Oh, I forgot about that actually. So you guys, truce?
Truce what? Kill Tomer. There's 13 cards of Mystic Remora, like everything on the board.
No.
And
Oh,
Jake has infinite mana.
Oh,
I got
my
the
deck
Cabal
is such
Coffers.
powers.
So, yeah, infinite mana time. You would think with all this mana I'd be paying Mystic Remora trigger for sure, right?
Right.
Nope.
And you're only playing it kick twice?
Well,
You
I gotta
could've-
play my general this turn.
You could have kicked it so many times, Jake.
What are you gonna?
Well, I don't really like to kick things. I consider that violent.
Oh.
And also, I'm gonna crack this Hedron Archive because there's no discernible world in which I need that mana anymore.
Not the whale. Don't
And,
kill the whale.
Poor whale.
Ah, all right. Goodbye, whale. Should I
Whale,
pay
at least you still
for-
have your Planeswalker.
Alright, that was pretty good. I'll give you that one.
Oh my god.
What do I want to do now? So first off, extra planar lens.
Ooh.
It's a good thing nobody's playing my island, so
I'm playing a couple basic islands.
well, then you got me.
Not really, because it'd be illegal. But, you know.
And then I guess I will do... So I need a little bit more... Just a bit more ramp.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Just a little bit.
Cage Sun and extra planar, so they're tapping for 3 apiece or 4 apiece? 3, right? Oh god.
What's happening?
Nothing. Just gonna return all non-Kraken, Leviathan, octopuses, and serpents back to their hand.
I told you it was bounce tribal.
Believe it or not, my creature is a Praetor and not any of those types, so sad face.
Goodbye, all the stuff.
Now he gets to cast a stupid... What's it called? Vorinclex, because Sheoldred's not there to make him sacrifice it.
That's okay.
Did you think about this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is this one of the things that you thought about?
Ooh, hello.
Yeah. Want to draw some cards, Tomer? Let's be friends, Tomer.
Yes.
Cards for the card god.
Yes.
He's got infinite mana. Why don't we give him infinite cards too? That can't hurt.
I like how, last time Seth almost decked himself by dredging everything. I'm just going to deck myself by drawing everything.
Creeping Corrosion is totally in your budget and in your deck, right, Seth?
In budget, yes. In deck, I don't think so.
I can only imagine you have some form of artifact removal, but hopefully not mass artifact removal, because that would make me sad.
Oh good, the anvil's back.
It'd also remove your anvil, which you would be upset about.
I like my anvil.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Come on, fade into antiquity. Okay, so we've seen Elixir, we've seen Praetor's Council, we've seen 2 fog effects. Is this just Dirtle Tribal? Like you're just gonna keep on looping through your deck while we kill ourselves?
Tomer is helping. It's gonna be easy with Tomer.
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna be out first, and then we'll see about the rest.
Ooh.
No!
Alright.
Yes!
Richard, we could have been
That was
friends.
a really good thing to have.
Oh.
Now he's
Oh.
going cards, but it's going to take longer for him to use them.
Ugh,
Richard's the hero.
Richard, why?
Unfortunately, I can't do anything but just annoy you guys. So.
I'm really surprised you did that.
Wow.
I mean, I think it's a totally valid play. I'm not angry at you, but I really thought that when you're only at 5 mana, you wouldn't waste your strip mine just
Well, I
like
can't have you have like 80,000 mana. I'll sacrifice my 1
that.
mana.
I mean, I already have 10 mana. Like, the difference between 10 and like 20 isn't that big of a deal.
Richard's
It's a huge deal.
That's like double.
Richard's going expert, hardcore police mode on this board,
I got
which
nothing
I
else
like.
to annoy you guys before I die. A
Yeah,
horrible
he's,
death here.
he's just going Judge Dredd on us. It's great.
I got four lands, don't worry. I'm gonna arbitrate it. I'll show you guys.
After you take out all my artifacts, yeah, then you'll be like, guess what?
Let's start this off, shall we?
No.
Let's kick things off. Beacon of Unrest, you're a Myriad Shepherd.
But, you still get the... What? No, but what?
I still get stuff back to my hand, I just don't get it straight to the battlefield because I never play planes.
Oh, you may return... Oh, from your grave. Yeah, okay. Makes
I
sense.
get non-land permanent.
Which
Getting
is...
back here.
Cabal
Fleshback
Coffers.
is good insurance against Praetors being cast on the next turn. What else? Yeah, Fleshback is good. No. Can't decide.
Don't get anything.
Yeah, I'll get the Fleshback, that's fine.
It's a May effect.
You're so helpful. Thank you, Tomer. That is an effect, isn't it?
I'm helping.
And then, what should I do? I want to use my stupid Hero's Downfall on this Tezzeret the Seeker, because no one can threaten it with creatures right now, but I also don't want you guys just to wreck me with praetors as soon as I tap out of it. For example, Vorinclex.
What's Tezzeret gonna do? He's gonna untap things.
He's going to find 6 more artifacts before we deal with him.
That would take a long time. Nah.
Oh, God. Alright, I guess I'll just pass for now. And Maria can attack him if you don't deal with her, so...
Guess who's gonna pay the mana? This guy. Oh, draw another card? Don't mind if I do.
I wouldn't mind if you didn't.
Well, I did.
Well, you did.
Okay, now what do I want to do?
Mm.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Don't do that. Why?
Why?
No,
Yes.
I wanted to wait and see whether you would pay first, so... Maybe you were counting on getting another mana rock from this guy, so now you're not! No active Planeswalker for you, sorry.
why?
Tomer has 18 cards in hand.
What could I
You have more
do?
cards in hand than I've
I
drawn
thought
with
maybe
entire
killing
game.
this Planeswalker might be a good idea.
Is it big blue fun? Oh, okay, I can't do anything about it.
You sure you're not playing, what's it called? The,
That's unfortunate. I really wanted that around.
well, that's why I killed it, because you have 18 cards.
Yeah, it's fair, I guess.
No, it's fair for sure.
What happened to all my beautiful mana accelerants? I have all this stuff and I
Rith
can't.
blew them up.
Ugh, that's true. I guess I will. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There we go. Nothing.
Well, that seems good.
Oh, Lord.
Pay no
So you're
mind.
playing Leviathan Tribal?
Kind of.
Gale Tribal, or all the Whelming Wave type tribals?
All of them, yes. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. it's kind of ocean/water tribal. So I have the
You should have
Mistramora.
included 12 of them. You could have been Oceans 12 or 11 or 13 or whatever.
I
your
think there's
rating
maybe 12 maximum decent ones. Yeah. But yeah, all of them are water related. So capsize has boats and evacuation. They're evacuating from the water.
Capsize is a ridiculously powerful magic card also.
But it's thematic. Ooh.
What's with the land situation, Seth? I don't know about this.
I thought they were matching, but they are not.
least-
They're all over the place.
At least they're not white bordered. This is a step up for Seth.
The fact that Mystic Remora says May is so obnoxious. Like, we could make a really decent run at trying to deck Tomer, but it just says May, so, like, we can't even do that much.
Why would
You
you
gotta
want to
trust
deck me?
Tomer's greed. He was-
Oh yes.
That's spicy, and that's another Elixir of Immortality effect, giving more credence to the Dirtle theory.
I guess Turtle Tribal is probably pretty fair. That's not what I was calling it, but
I know
that
That's
is
all
a
your
fair
decks. That
assessment.
doesn't count.
Like Recycle
That-
Tribal or something
This
like
is how
that?
Seth is.
Alright, go ahead. I forgot how miserable it is to be the mono white player.
Yeah, I feel bad
Especially
for you,
when you
Richard.
just trade your land for one of your opponent's lands when you're at 5 lands. You should not
Well,
have done that.
It was a Cabal Coffers. That's like trading one of your lands for 8 of your opponent's lands or something.
Yeah,
That was a good
that's-
play, yeah.
that's true. It was a good play that I wish he hadn't made.
If it's not very much different, Jake, why are you so upset about it? Hmm?
Because I was lying.
That
when I
kind of
said it
blows,
was- Because I
blows
was
your theory
lying.
out.
Don't worry,
was
guys. I
lying.
got a Knight Captain of Eos. It's all good.
Look at everybody with their fog effects.
Fogs all around.
Oh, I should have been playing Darkness in this deck.
Alright, well, I need to get rid of Asura and Emeria.
What?
Also, note, by the way,
Joke's on you, I
Pongify...
don't have lands in hand.
The Pongify, there's a beach and water. Yeah. Yeah.
Like all blue cards, there's possibly some
Okay,
water or island.
the theme is pretty easy to stick by, but I.
Wait,
Notice
Your
the border has water on it.
Okay, so it's about to be the ninth turn cycle here, and we're all still at 40 life. I just like everyone to stop and appreciate that for a moment.
Wait,
I
how come he cast a planar chaos Pongify, but he got a commander ape? How does Voto even work?
I don't know.
You don't want to know. I feel like
That's an angry-looking monkey in that picture.
Well, Monkey has a good reason to be angry.
he has a sweet necklace going on. I think it's a necklace.
Is that a necklace?
Yeah, it's a yellow with like an emerald in the middle and some beads. I don't know.
Is that a banana peel on the ground behind him? Or her?
I see
I
see like a root with fungus on it or something. I don't see a
Oh.
banana peel.
I was hoping banana peel. That would have been a good Easter egg.
I mean, maybe.
Alrighty.
Oh god.
Play a big old Harvester of Souls and see if we can trigger it a couple times.
So
Let's go ahead and slap the person who has 16 cards.
Okay.
Although that's really not that far off of Tomer's 10 cards.
Oh, you're ruining the beautiful synergy.
Do you mean
Everybody was
symmetry?
at 40. Yeah, that's what I meant. Symmetry. You and your fancy words, Jake.
I was like, if you have some kind of card that relied on you being at 40, I'm so confused.
you knew what I meant.
Alright,
Aww.
I want to draw 2 cards.
Well, that's pretty good.
How
My
do you draw
spore
two
flower.
cards? Oh, the spore.
Because of the harvester.
The Black Divination.
Pretty nice. Divination that keeps
And
on
I drew some
divining.
basics. So that's great. And I'll pass.
Oh my god, do I pay for the cumulative upkeep?
Yes, pay for it. Pay for it.
Alright, I might as well do this now so I'm tapped out. And then might as well gain a couple life as well.
Overpowered.
Or 3 life actually. Go ahead, Tomer.
If I do blah, then will I have enough? I have 8.
Have you ever let a Mystic
10.
Remora go to the graveyard in your life, Tomer?
How much does this cost? Oh, that's 9.
This is going to be your legacy, not paying for a Mystic Remora.
But you'll see how good it is.
There's no excuse.
It actually, I think I'm justified here. I'm sorry. If it was like not 3 mana, then I could do it. Goodbye, Mystic.
Whoa.
I know, but I'll redeem myself shortly. I
You
hope.
spent a capsize getting that back.
I will redeem myself shortly. There we go. Copy the Harvester of Souls.
Good lord. Is that a May ability?
Yes, why are all these things main abilities?
And then I'm just
Wrap the
gonna
board and force them
get
to
rid of your Harvester of Souls and draw some cards.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
See, it was worth letting the Mystic Remora die.
Oh my god. I have never been so used and abused before in my entire life.
But you get a frog.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's glorious.
And now Tomer and I can never speak again. You guys remember why I target him. This is what happens when nobody targets Tomer. He draws his entire deck,
Don't worry, guys.
copies your creatures, and then mercilessly kills them. That's what he does.
What have I done, really?
Well, you're at 52 cards in deck, so that should explain part of it.
But I didn't even attack anybody yet.
Well, I found my secret weapon.
Oh no.
Boom. That's a Helix Pinnacle.
As Shroud 2, just mind you.
I should have guessed that.
You can actually win fairly quickly once he gets his commander out.
Yeah, that's
the idea.
mana doubling. Very
So
interesting.
do we have non-targeted enchantment removal? I have a feeling my black deck doesn't.
I have 5 Harvesters of Souls. So-
Yeah, there's one way to remove a Helix Pinnacle. Attack him with 5 Harvesters 2 times.
it's the only
That's
way,
what you think.
it's the only way I know how.
You are all in for some disappointment.
Oh no.
Oh, he's playing Turbo
Oh, it's got
Fog.
the fog. Yeah, the fog tribal.
Yeah, forgot.
Well, we're in trouble.
Yeah, Seth is
Any
smart,
counter spells for
guys.
these fogs?
I can draw some more cards and see if I have any.
He's also got to deal with Jin-Gitaxias, so you could just cast Jin-Gitaxias next turn, and then he has to kill it or discard his hand on his end step, and then he won't have any fogs.
I have no hand size for the rest
Oh!
of
Yeah, Praetor's Council. It's weird,
Well-
isn't it? Like, that card doesn't give you an emblem or anything as a reminder text, it just is.
Yeah, it is kind of awkward.
Hey, Seth's getting some card, or Richard's getting some card draw now.
No, Seth is going to win the game with Helix Pinnacle. Richard's getting some card draw.
I'm drawing my first extra cards of the game.
Look at that.
all
He
coming
drew extra
together.
cards off of a handful of a garden.
That's
Oh,
how it
that's true.
starts, though. And then next time you're gonna do like, I don't know, Decree of the one that makes the soldiers, and draw a billion cards.
Dun, 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 1 billion.
Look at
cards.
that! There it is. Look at that synergy. Skull Clamp with things.
Oh my god, do you have that stupid loss in the miss card where you only need 1 fog to like win the rest of the game? Oh my god.
It's
Oh
the one that
God.
you just have to
Wow.
reveal a forest, right?
No,
There's a
it's the
blue
buyback
player.
one. It's 1 in the green, buyback, sacrifice 1 land.
Oh yeah, the
So you
Tempest
literally
one.
do it forever and ever with the thawing glaciers.
That seems like the kind of deck or card you'd want to put in your deck if you were playing Fog Tribal.
That does seem like the kind of card you would. Yep, that does. Alright. Well, good games.
This game got really weird really fast.
Are you really all just drawing dead to Helix Pinnacle? First Dredge and then
I'm
Helix
playing Mono
Pinnacle?
Black. Of course I'm drawing dead to Helix Pinnacle. Oh my god.
You would think I'd have an answer in my hand, but no.
Is there a magic card you don't have in your hand?
Cyclonic Rift would take care of it, right?
Sort of. You'd have to counter it on the way back
Ye-
down.
Yeah,
but I mean, Blaze
And bounce all the
significantly.
counters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Tomer's literally on your next turn. You would have drawn half your deck. You have 50. You'll have 50 cards left.
I've got an answer. I have an answer.
No.
Does it
I
involve
have an
me
answer.
drawing cards?
Maybe I have an answer. Alright,
Let me-
so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swing at Seth and force him to use one of these. Although he probably won't for just
I don't think 6
6
damage is gonna make or break it for him.
Alright.
Your army of 18 cups is not cutting the mustard here.
Alright. So it turns out that alright, I think this is how it's gonna work. Yeah.
What is happening?
Alright, so the Beacon of Unrest shuffles back into the library. I'm gonna go get Emiria Shepherd again, which is the best card in my deck apparently. So thank you for that, Richard. I'm going to play a land. I'm going to return Coercive Portal.
Okay.
Play Coercive Portal, and then we're going to 3-1 blow up the board. But
No.
Seth.
But I like my board.
Well, do you like losing to Helix Pinnacle too? This
But-
is the only play I have. I can't target that Helix. No one can target it, obviously, but I can't get rid of the Helix without doing this.
But it needs 100
So-
counters. That's gonna be a while, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, I wish I could draw some more
100 is
cards.
a lot.
Well, that's as much as I can do. I'm putting in all the work, and you guys just have to cooperate now when it comes around to my upkeep.
I think I'm voting against it personally.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is cast a face-down creature. Ooh.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah. Chasm Skulker, who's in water, by the way.
God.
And then I will pass. Oh, no, I'll attack. Let's see.
Mystic
Let's see what's
Remora's
in.
gone.
Let's see what's in Seth's hand.
If it's not constant miss, I'll be very surprised.
I think 20 is enough to require a response.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Unless he's bluffing. The ultimate bluff.
He does have 9 cards in hand.
Oh?
So let's terrifying presence.
What?
I'm gonna.
Okay. I guess not.
Okay.
No, that's
it was just a really fancy fog.
Just a fancy fog.
You went really deep with this, didn't you, Seth?
A little bit, yeah.
We'll time out Seth because he has to keep putting Helix Pinnacle counters on. Just only have 50 minutes of clock to eat through. We got this.
What do I discard? I guess that. Alright, play another mismatch land. Are you guys going to blow up the board this turn or no?
Absolutely.
I don't want to.
Well, Tomer, I'm going to play a card that'll make you want to do it less.
Well,
Maybe Richard, too. So I'm going to try this and see what happens.
Jake wins on the draw, so. I mean,
I
he
like cards.
He wins like the vote on drawing.
So you guys will have to think about what you want to do. Because now you get to draw 2 extra cards each turn. And you have no maximum hand size.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? Who? Oh, the anvil. Oh, what is this?
You know what
Cyclonic
it is.
Rift. Get rifted. Oh boy.
No cards for you. Sorry.
Well, good news is we can't win. In any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
Oh, counter it?
the
Is
green
it that
counter
weird
spell?
general response? Although that's
was-
green-red, isn't it?
Okay.
Just spinning the top.
I'm just going to activate my top.
Oh my god. This is the worst game ever.
I have a lot of cards, you guys.
I'm not talking about this specific game, I'm talking about Magic the Gathering.
Is it blue fun?
Oh my god, no, it's not.
Oh no, the anvil's gone. I kind of wanted it.
Yeah, now you don't get to draw extra cards.
Well,
Well,
Ooh,
now
I
we
think you
can
bury
all-
a shepherd.
Oh, never mind, no we can't. I was gonna say we could all vote for Coercive, but it's gonna take another turn until I get an upkeep again. Is there a way to exile all those? I guess the Harvest Golems don't count each other, but still, if like we try to get rid of the other 2 cards, it's gonna draw 5 cards apiece for them? Or up to 5?
that sounds good.
No one's playing red, so there's not wheel effects of plenty in green, white, or black.
Good night.
I got tokens.
Yeah, you do. Some nice
I've got
fogs.
tokens. So do you. I've got tokens.
Are you gonna draw 4
in
cards?
my heart, soul.
Ooh, very conservative. Doesn't go for 2 extra cards afterwards.
I already
Maybe-
played my land. I can't do anything. I gotta hold up fog, just in case.
Oh my god. This game is unwinnable.
The question is, can Tomer actually kill Seth? That is the real question.
I could.
Tomer's very ahead, but I don't know if his deck can actually deal with Seth.
You know, I did keep in mind that Seth might do something like this. But we'll
You weren't
see.
expecting Turbo Fog?
No, nobody expects Turbo Fog in EDH.
Alrighty. Here's the Coercive portal.
Boo. Boo.
I'll probably
Take a
vote for
turn.
blowing things up.
Well,
this
I'm
point.
gonna help you guys. This one doesn't actually come to a vote. So you're gonna draw between 0 and 10 cards, Tomer, and I can't find a way to prevent that.
I'm only gonna,
But I
I'm only
am
gonna
gonna
draw.
stop you from having a lethal force.
I'm only gonna draw 15, right?
Oh, 10. Man, I wish I could kill that thought vessel.
That would be great if you could just reach over and naturalize that. That would be very welcomed right now.
I didn't have room for natural eyes. I needed more space for fogs.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that spore flower is definitely looking pretty good right now.
Ooh.
Really glad you played that one. Naturalize.
Let's start things off nice and slow. Soul Ring. Because, yes, I have that.
Soul Ring is the list of slow mana.
I think I have the game.
The game?
Yeah.
We have no one to blame but ourselves and that Mystic Remora.
Good times. So Palancron is a fair card.
Yeah, that's a lot of people have said that before.
I'm just gonna untap 7 cards of it. Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm aware you
Oh.
can just activate it right now, but I was hoping that'd be enough to pinch you on mana to not let you win this turn.
We'll see, actually. Because, yeah,
I
I
don't
need
know
to...
there was a better choice for me
You
to
should
do
have
this
waited
later
him.
because I'm not sure what his combo is.
You should have waited for him to return it once.
Well, he's gonna untap now, so you could like counterspell this or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
if I
yeah,
let him
yeah.
counter first, so I thought that just making him spend the 4 mana would be the best conservative play. If I knew what the rest of his combo was, it's possible I should have waited longer, but I don't know.
Well, I guess I'm gonna...
F6!
F6? Yes.
F6!
Shame concede.
Scoop
I'm a
him up.
little bit sorry, but not very sorry.
You should be sorry.
A little.
Whatever this is.
So I'm gonna replay Palancron.
Uh-oh. Are we just going to do this for like an hour or two? Is it one of those kind of combos where you have to loop Palancron like 20 times or 50 times?
A couple times.
Well, he's not generating mana yet. Palancron
That's-
is mana neutral.
All he
Unless
needs
you have,
is a high tide.
you have to get at least 4 mana more than mana neutral because you have to pay to return it each time.
Oh, did I screw it up?
I sure hope so.
Maybe.
Did you pull a Tomer?
Oh, no! Well, yeah.
How'd you screw it up? Like, you haven't even done anything. I'm so confused.
So I have another fair card.
Shame concede.
It's called Deadeye Navigator, who's on a boat, which is in the ocean. So Deadeye Navigator is going to Soul Bond to Palancron.
Oh my god.
As his
I-
buddy. Which means...
Why is that legal in Commander when they ban so many random things?
Because the Commander Band Committee, or Commander Committee, whatever you want to call them, has literally no idea what they're doing and do not care about competitive play at all.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what's going on. They only optimize for very, very casual games, and
this
basically
isn't
depend on
very
play
casual.
groups themselves to ban accordingly extra. But you can't actually do that on Magic Online because
Oh, that makes sense.
you can't do anything custom on Magic Online. All right, you can just tell us you have infinite mana, and now we lose.
What's your kill? Like, what's your win condition?
So I'm going to do this a bunch of times, and then I'm going to brain... What's it called?
Freeze
Stroke of Genius myself to draw all my cards, and then Laboratory Maniac for the win. Which is in my hand.
Oh. Then, yeah. I think that... yeah, I guess that beats a fog, doesn't it?
And you have at least one counterspell in your deck, right?
Yeah, I have Hinder in my hand.
Alright, so that would have countered me trying to kill Laboratory Maniac instead. And I'm pretty sure if I had waited till you had also cast Deadeye, you had enough mana to bounce and replay Palancron.
Yeah, I've pretty much won at this point.
Okay. Well, that
Alright,
was
I'll accept that.
Do-do. Yeah, and there's the...
Good game, Tomer, good game.
Good game. I feel a little bit bad, but good game.
It's not really your fault that we let you draw a card like 50 or 60 or 70 cards over the course of 11 turns.
I will say that combo's not 100% on theme. The Deadeye Navigator, I'll justify because he's on a boat and there's water. The Palancron, though, is not swimming. So I could also do the same thing. I could also do the same thing with the Great Whale, which also comes into play at untapped 7 lands, which is why I put in the combo in the first place. But then I had extra slots because I was running out of good water-themed stuff to put in. So I was like, yeah, put in Palinchron too. Why not?
So Palinchron confirmed strictly worse than Great Whale. So
In this case, yes. Great Whale was a flavor win. Palinchron, not so much. But that was basically the gist of it. Otherwise, I had a bunch of really expensive Krakens, Leviathans, and all that stuff in my hands, but they don't really do much, so I didn't really play them because I wanted to just ramp and do other things. And the game was going pretty fast, actually, so I had just better plays. I also have Quest for Ula's Temple, which was the basis of the entire deck. It's an old Zendikar enchantment that if you, on the beginning of your upkeep, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's Kraken, Leviathan, Serpent, blah, 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 that's on top of your library, then you put a quest counter, and if you have 3 or more, at the end of each turn, you get to put in a Kraken, Leviathan, or in all that stuff from your hand into play for free. So that's what I built the deck around, and then I added some more degenerate shenanigans around that. But yeah, Mystic Remora is kind of a broken card, and it gets very silly very fast. So maybe that was a little bit of the breaking point over there.
I think it also helped that there were multiple things giving you no maximum hand size. Like if you had to discard at the end of your turn, it wouldn't have been that great.
Yes.
But when you can just like hold on to all your cards and have 30 or 40 cards in your hand, then it's pretty absurd when you can draw that many cards.
The Anvil was very good because I didn't have Tezzeret until I drew like 20 or so cards. And then he could fetch for the Thought Vessel, which was great. But also, Jin-Gitaxias doesn't help with the hand size either. So I was hoping to either draw a Reliquary Tower, the land, or Thought Vessel. Those are my 2 ways, and I didn't have that. But the Anvil was helpful. I think the only way to counter Mystic Remora, other than like wasting a removal on it, is just to like everybody agree not to cast non-creature spells, and then either I have to keep paying for the upkeep, and that means I'm not casting any other spells, so we all break even, or you guys cast creature spells and just abstain from non-creatures, and then I'm behind. But
the reality is that lots of people want to cast ramp in the early game. They can't just cast creature cells instead.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, the cumulative upkeep is low enough that you actually still can ramp and develop your own board. Which, if none of us triggered it ever, then yeah, we could eventually catch up to you, but you'd be like public enemy number 1. But it's like a prisoner's dilemma. It's always in the interest of someone to cast their Cultivate or their Thran Dynamo, and then once that happens, it just spirals out of control, and the other 2 players can't afford to be the ones not casting anything, and what happens is exactly what you saw there, which is why it's a good card.
Exactly. Well, like for me, I don't think I would have been able to do anything other than Mystic Remora if everybody didn't let me draw cards. But Prisoner's Dilemma, somebody's going to end up doing it because it's in their best interest to do so, which kind of ruins the whole thing. Which is why Mystic Remora is pretty broken. And everybody should run it because it's amazing.
And Tomer should never be allowed to play blue again.
I'm sorry. Everybody gets 1, right? We just like restarted that counter. That was my 1. All right.
Every single time we restart the counter, you're just going to use it on Mr. Grimoire again, aren't you?
Well, I didn't run Edric this time. I was really holding back. Also,
well, you were mono blue, Tomer.
Well, I did have Rhystic Study. Seth, so there was a lot of mystery surrounding your deck. It's a Turbo Fog. Your main win condition, was it actually that enchantment, or did you have something else in mind as well?
That and Elixir of Immortality was another option. Just to make you guys play through your entire decks while I shuffle my library back in. I did also have an Ulamog, an old Ulamog, which was mostly there to shuffle my library back in, but I could have cast it and tried to attack with it. But I basically had a bunch of ramp, maybe 40 fogs. I think I have every fog ever printed, minus a couple that were really conditional, like they only fog creatures with trample or weird things like that. But every like real fog I have in my deck. along with some ramp, and that was pretty much the plan, but I was not anticipating Laboratory Maniac. That is one of the win conditions that gets around 40 fogs.
It was either that or try to stroke you out, but I guess that wouldn't work because of the Eldrazi. That's a good little tech though, and also the old school Eldrazi's are very cheap online.
No,
too.
that
They're
would
about,
still
like,
work.
2 tickets.
It still works if you time it right.
Oh yeah, if you draw everything
because
at
they don't
once.
discard a hand size till the end of their turn, so you have to just do it not during their turn, and you should be fine.
Right, yeah.
But I figured I could just, with all my ramp, if I had 10 lands and I played my commander, it wouldn't take me that long to get up to 100 counters on Helix Pinnacle. So that was kind of the thinking. There's not a lot of good green X spells, unless you are playing a lot of permanents, and then you can play like Genesis Wave and stuff, but for a deck that is all fogs, there's not very many green X spells that do anything, so Helix Pinnacle was as good as it got for using my doubled mana.
Yeah, they need to make like an X green, like destroy X target non-creature permanents or something for just like the ultimate EDH blowouts.
Oh, that would be so good. There's like Windstorm. There's actually Squall Line, which is a way to deal players. It's from Time Shifted, I think, or Time Spiral.
Yeah.
But it does X damage to creatures with flying and players. So I thought about trying to gain life and then like getting enough mana where I could kill everyone with Squall Line, but that seemed a little magical Christmas land, so
And
I
of
went
course,
with Helix Pinnacle instead.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Richard. So you didn't get to draw as many cards as everybody else, but what was your deck leaning towards at the end there?
Well, you can clearly see that my commander is less powerful than all of yours. Each of you had a game-changing commander, whereas I don't think mine would have even affected the board because all your creatures were too large to be wrapped up by -2/-2. But I just couldn't keep up. You guys just drew too many cards, even though I had probably the best card for card drawing in Skull Clamp and like a bunch of tokens.
Yeah.
But I had to waste my time knocking you off of your mana rocks and killing Jake's lands and stuff. So I couldn't really do much, but just make a bunch of tokens and then Anthem Elesh Norn and just Alpha Strike someone. But unfortunately, Seth played Fog, so he could actually save anyone at every time. So maybe a straight up hard counter to my deck. I think I need Grand Demolisher. I think that's actually critical here. I didn't think counterspells would be a problem, but Fog definitely hurts when you're trying to kill someone with damage.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. It's mostly being mono white is you just have really hard deficits, especially in ramp and in card draw, that you just can't keep up with the other colors so much.
Yeah, the problem is you guys weren't winning with creatures. Like if you guys are trying to win with creatures, then I can keep up. But I really have nothing for your infinite mana and infinite fogs. So
yeah, it's very hard to interact that way. I mean, the moves, the plays you did make were pretty impactful. Taking away all my ramp would have it delayed me like a good 5 turns or so. That really crippled my ability to really get on the board, and getting rid of Cabal Coffers, I'm sure, really hindered Jake too. But just like the
I switched to Plan B of not trying to win and just be annoying for as long as I can before I die.
Yeah, fair. Did you have any alternate win conditions, or was it pure combat damage?
Pure combat. I don't think there's many alternate win conditions with Elesh Norn herself. The only synergy I had was her with I played Norn's Annex, which is basically creatures can't attack me unless you pay 1 Phyrexian white.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just straight beatdown.
There's one combo that I really like with Elesh Norn. I used it in my Darian deck as well. It's kind of weird. You play Urborg, the land. It makes all lands swamps, but it's legal because it doesn't have a black mana on it on the card itself. So you can run in a mono white deck, and then you run another weird janky card called Cormus Bell. All swamps are 1/1 creatures. So you turn everybody's lands into 1/1 creatures. You play Elesh Norn. Your swamps become 3/3s, and their swamps all die. So it's like a one-sided Armageddon, plus you have a giant army too. So it's a little neat tech.
Well, that would have been sweet. That would have actually let me win the game.
Yeah. It's quite
through all of your weird
nefarious.
combos.
But
If
also
you like
in
that
one way,
combo,
it's
go
hard.
check out 2003 Magic, where Tomer was on the receiving end of a land animation and then destroy effect. That was excellent.
I still have nightmares. Why did I do that? Why? All right, Jake, what shenanigans did you have ready for us?
None whatsoever. I had the most boring, generic Mono Black deck of all time, and I loved it because I love Mono Black and EDH. So my big plays were Reaver Demon, Rootscar Demon, Harvester of Souls, Grave Betrayal, Decree of Pain, In Garrick's Wake, Rise of the Dark Realms, and then just all the good black wraths that are actually in budget on Magic Online. All the good card draw, good targeted removal, because I knew we were playing Praetors, so I had a couple more instants in there than usual, so I could try to get rid of those right away. And that's about it. And all the colorless ramp.
Yeah.
So I like the deck just because I like playing Mono Black, but there wasn't anything particularly special about it.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for Mono Black as well. It does a lot of things really, really well. It can't really deal with artifacts or enchantments too much, but other than that,
That was the garbage part.
Yeah.
That, like, for me to even come close to interacting with that Helix Pinnacle required that extremely convoluted resurrect someone else's creature, make a land drop, return Coercive Portal, and get 3 other people on my side at the same time to win a vote. Like, you just can't deal with them. Like, if you've got the right, I guess I have Nevinrel's disc, and if you have the what's it called? The Magic Origins one that I always forget the name of because I never play it. It's like Nevinrel's disc, except it exiles 4 mana to
Vault.
cast. Thank you.
Perilous
Perilous Vault, Nevinrel's disc. Like, all you really have is that universal stuff, and
Yeah, you
you kind of have to play at least 1 or 2 things of it, or you'll just die to those effects.
Yeah. But I think it's worth it just because you have stuff like the Decree of Pain where you destroy all the creatures and then you draw a billion cards and stuff like that.
Oh, I also
It's
had
sweet.
the old card that we've seen in our older matches, Dregs of Sorrow, since I knew none of you guys were playing black. I stuck that in there, the X 4 and a black, destroy X target non-black creatures. That was pretty fun, so...
That's neat tech. Oh, by the way, I want to just inform everybody and the viewers that I was running Relic Progenitus. So I kept my word this time. Did everybody else bring it?
I did have a living death, but I didn't go all the way with like Buried Alive or ways to populate my graveyard because I figured it'd be hate running around. So I was going to use it as like a value living death if things happen to go my way, and then just kind of keep it in my hand if not.
Fair. Richard,
I cut a card for Relic, and it hurt me so much. I was like, no, Tolver's got this, right? I'm like, oh, I can't trust
you
Tolver.
can't trust me, Richard. Come on.
Plus, I had Enlightened Tutor, too, so I'm like, okay, I actually have a reasonable shot at like digging this thing out if I need it.
Seth, did you get a relic or anything this time?
I did not. I figured that you guys would handle it. I figured I scared it into you last week so you would take care of it for me, and I could play more fogs.
All right, I figure you guys will take care for me next time then.
I just gotta wait until a week or 2 goes by, and you guys fall back into a false sense of security, and then play Dredge again. That's the life of a Dredge player.
It's another prisoner's dilemma where nobody wants to be the one who has to cut their sweet card for the standard graveyard hate or artifact enchantment hate, but then nobody does it, and then you get a game like last week where Seth just like runs away with like 60% of the game because no one is touching his graveyard. So. Yeah, that's the price you pay for including, 1 extra sweet card or, instead of actually including utility that you need. But, that's what's part of fun is about EDH is making sure you know what utility cards are good in your play group. How many lands can you actually trim before you need to start, stopping that. So those last few cards are always difficult.
It's always based on the meta.
Richard mentioned Enlightened Tutor in his deck, and that's one of the things I realized this week is because of Eternal Masters, there's some really powerful cards that are much more budget now than they used to be. So if you're building budget commander decks on Magic Online, make sure to keep your eyes open for Eternal Masters. Like even stuff like
even in real life, prices have dropped in real life on a good portion of it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has, especially for the lower end stuff. But I was looking at like Winter Orb for my deck, and it used to be like 5 tickets, and now it's like 0.8 of a tick or something. So there's a lot more playable stuff now, I think, that fits into our budget thanks to that.
Yeah, one cycle that I would point out to everybody is the tutor cycle: enlightened tutor, mystical tutor, worldly tutor. Those are the big
Vampiric
ones.
tutor? I
Vampiric-
guess it's still at Mythic Online,
Yeah,
right? So.
yeah, it's mythic. But those are all just rares, and so there's going to be a high supply of them, both online, well, especially online, but also the paper versions of them too. They should take a good hit, and you should start getting them for like $8 or even cheaper than that. And they're staples. Like basically every single deck that could run them probably does want to run them. So those reprints are going to be really useful for us going forward.
Yeah, I guess I could have possibly even included Toxic Deluge in my deck. It's down to 3 tickets now, or was it that cheap before? I don't know. Anywho, just go take a look through the spoiler list and see if there's anything you've been waiting to pick up.
Yeah. All right, that wraps it up for Commander Clash. Tune in next week when the deck theme is Anything Goes. So we play whatever decks we want, whatever cards we want, and we just battle it out. So it should be a lot of fun. And until then, see ya!